Renee Holmes for New Zealand gets us underway. A high-hanging, shallow restart. Taken down well by Nevo Dowd for Ireland, who'll get first possession. No way through at all early on by the super impressive Aoife Wafer. Watch out for that red headgear, that red scrum cap of Aoife Wafer for Ireland. As the New Zealand co-captain Uruahei Demant is underneath this one and dishes off for Renee Holmes at fullback. And she clatters up towards halfway. They've got her up high and eventually wrestled to ground. And Ireland trying to power through. Jugang it was, but she's played the 9. That's one of the new rule variations. So advantage here for New Zealand, and Amy du Plessis slicing through. She's got Joseph in support. Maya Joseph, who was lurking upfield and on the shoulder of du Plessis. Back in the New Zealand side after missing the game against England. Here's a first touch for Tui on the wing as well, dragged down by Murphy Crowe. That's a good battle to watch out for. Amy Lee Murphy Crowe against Ruby Tui. Du Plessis, the New Zealand again, holds it up. No way through the defence of Jones. Ireland's hooker Neve Jones, super impressive in the Six Nations, but New Zealand just pounding away in the early stages here. Going to build some phases. Here's Atlanta Lolo here. Her first test start. And now Demant, New Zealand looking to keep that ball alive. Look at Amy Rule looking for the offload again. Mikaeli Tu'u, and now they power forward. Roos for du Plessis, such a good support player. Ball spinning wide to the hands of Caitlin Vahakolo already. Outside one, almost through a second. Holding on to it just about. No, lost control Holmes. But there's New Zealand's game. Ball spinning, keep it alive. Offloads for Africa.
How about the start from both teams there? Both physically asserting themselves on each other. Good work initially from Ireland to diffuse those offloads through the middle. Du Plessis already introducing herself into this game. A couple of little moments. We're going to see this all game, aren't we? New Zealand want to keep the ball alive, trying to avoid as many rucks as possible. This is a good scramble back there by Hogan. Vahakolo is an exceptional finisher, powerful, not easy to bring down at all.
Well, there was some physical pressure coming from Ireland. No, they're certainly looking to put some shots on in defence. It's just a contact lens here for Linda Jugang. That chatter just in the Irish. Oh, there's another player getting some treatment as well. As they look set to pack the scrum. First glimpses from either side are any indication it could be in for a test match. Here it is, just one apiece. New Zealand winning in 2016, but it was in 2014, Ireland 17, New Zealand 14 in that Rugby World Cup. Outstanding moment in Irish rugby.
All good? Perfect, no worries. Yeah, there you go, we'll use that as your mark.
Dowd is up and ready to go.
Oh, you're all set? Yeah. All ready to go?
And so first scrum of the match.
Cool, time back on.
Let's go, lads.
Crouch. Binds. Set.
Good platform for Ireland to work away, and Wafer comes away with it. There's a clatter and collision of bodies, and we're going to see plenty of those by the look of it early, but a chance for Ireland just to scramble it away and get a decent enough exit out of trouble. Good clearance.
And you're penalised, okay?
Ireland there just being warned from Sarah Cox about making sure that you retreat until you're put onside from the kick.
First throw for Atlanta Lolo here, just her third cap in her first test start for the New Zealand hooker. She's found the hand just of Maya Roos, tidied up by New Zealand, and a chance for Sylvia Brunt to attack through the middle. She'll look to punch some holes all day. for Chelsea Bremner now. Playing her 20th test as well. New Zealand come away with the co-captain, Kennedy Tukuafu.
No, we're all done.
And now Lolohio set to carry again. New Zealand just happy to tip it on. Mikaeli Tu'u, she'll always be physical, collides with Wafer. Back it comes to Duplessis, and now a little change of direction for Demant with a big dummy, and then a ball out the back for Renee Holmes. Holmes has got no support, going to try and take it on herself. Good tackle made by Stacey Flood on her opposite at the back, but New Zealand pressing here on Ireland early. Roos takes the ball into contact once more, and Joseph will clear away. Demant stabbing a little kick through for Duplessis to chase, but it's well read at the back and then cleared away, hacked away by Flood, down as far as Demant, and they'll set to go again. Prominent start for Renee Holmes. She puts it on the toe as well. How's the bounce? Well, Murphy Crowe's got plenty of time, but Tui's picked her pocket there. Got a kind bounce, and then Ireland will concede the penalty, tracking back.
You are late to the breakdown at the same time, okay?
I think it was Murphy Crowe there. Just bounced up, stayed over the ruck, needs to clear out the way. But what a take from Ruby Tui. She's a bit of a master at that, isn't she? Kicking, chasing lost causes, chasing kicks down to the death.
Well, Murphy Crowe had plenty of time, but it was Tui's willingness to get to that ball and on the bounce which set up for it.
It's such a good spot as well by Holmes. Always scanning in that backfield, sees Murphy Crowe comes up. That just gives Ruby Tui enough time to get in behind. She does well to get back.
New Zealand set piece again, this one overthrown though, and it's tidied up by Dana O'Brien. Boots it away downfield, and Holmes will have to go all the way back to her own half to collect this one. With a healthy boot on it, Dana O'Brien. But now New Zealand looking to release Vahakolo in one way and the other, dragged down, coming back in defence. And a tackle that needed to be made by Emma Considine. New Zealand, all the possession and territory in the opening 5.5 minutes so far. Demant can't link up. But they had advantage again, did New Zealand.
Deliberate.
All the early pressure, all coming from the Black Ferns.
Again, that's 2 line-outs now that haven't gone quite right, but they're still backing it and going to the corner. Just wonder if they want to change the call instead of going right to the back, just maybe hit a simple call, front or middle.
We've got a deliberate knock on here. I'm running out of options now.
And just hear there, referee Sarah Cox talking to Adele McMahon, the Irish captain. Running out of options, they're conceding penalties in their own red zone. Pressure coming on, they go to the middle with Bremner this time for New Zealand. And they'll try and set them all on her. It's tucked in the back with Atlanta Lula here, just scanning around, popping the head up the back to see what the options are. It's going to be Joseph to clear. Now Brunt. Demant, miss ball. Vahakolo coming off her and gets rid of Murphy Crowe, pops it for Tui. Cover defence coming across is for Dalton, and Murphy Crowe as they slam Tui to ground. It's a penalty only. It did look a little dangerous. But they did get her eventually safely to ground. But it could be trouble here for Ireland because they were under a warning, and there could be more trouble as it's wide here for Tukuafu, the New Zealand captain. They've got all the running at the moment. Layla Sa'e just dragged down. It'll be a penalty.
What's the tab?
You've got 2 options. You've got an offside here, or we go back over the other side for a dangerous tackle. Julianne, where's the mark for the offside? Just here. So we've got 1 here, and then 1 over the other side, just on the 15.
We're basically in the same position on opposite sides of the field, so Aroha Demant just deciding what the options is. Looks like it's going to be for touch regardless, it's just what side they go.
Offside, and there's a dangerous tackle.
Yeah, Ireland needs to be careful here. Repeated penalties and warnings. That'll be how they let New Zealand into the game.
Yeah, perfect. And she lands at the side as well. Cool.
You see Murphy Crowe realise that she was in the air and placed her down.
New Zealand go again with Bremner once more. I'll try this drive again. Cribs a little sideways, but Bremner dragging them forward. It's at the back with Lola here. who's just going to keep tucked on the back, hitching the
always
wagon as
moving, she's
Atlanta
always
Lola
down,
here as
always
her
going
forward
forward.
pick rolls toward the line.
Drop
She's
the
looking
net.
for the whitewash, eyes for the line, and it's a try for Atlanta Lola here. New Zealand dominant in the opening stages, and they get the reward for it.
It's great to see them continue to back their line out, even after a few didn't quite go the way that they wanted. Just straight from the line out, straight down, managed to get the movement going forward, which then just puts Ireland on the back foot. With the new law, as soon as it's stopped or starts going sideways, then that means that you've got to play the ball away. But this time they keep the momentum going forward. Really patient. Lola here, there, just keeping her head up, working out where the white line is, and then finishes the job.
All good, Coxie, all clear.
Thank you, mate.
Renee Holmes, the goal kicker for New Zealand, running at about 52% for the season. Holmes missed the early few tests with injury. And has no problems with this one early on, so New Zealand, with just about 10 minutes gone in the first half, lead Ireland 7 points to 0.
Just helps you.
Dana O'Brien gets us back underway after New Zealand scoring opening points in this match, and Amy Duplessis carts it forward. New Zealand just willing to give the ball plenty of air and run it from deep. That's their game they like to play. And in dry conditions, under a roof, on artificial turf, they're going to lose possession here. Great work by Ireland over that ball.
But it came from that tackle from Dalton. I think she might have winded herself on that one. Really good read, getting up and out the line, because if she doesn't make that tackle, there's a line break down this left-hand side.
Time's off.
Oh, I think she's done more than wind herself.
I think they've just had a clash of heads here. This under 13 has got blood from the nose. Yeah, cool.
Just having a little look at that tackle. Flies up out the line, drops her body height, holds on one leg, and manages to fall, get it down to the ground. That's what opens up the opportunity for Ireland to be able to turn that ball over. We saw that a lot with Black Ferns playing out their own 22 against England at times. Paid off for them.
It's a high-risk game that can come with rewards, but it can also come with that high risk.
Absolutely. She was almost through there, so I'm sure that they won't make too many different changes, but I'm thinking under the post for Ireland, probably thinking no panic buttons, you know, our ill discipline allowed them into our 22, gave them an opportunity to get set up, driving ball.
Don't take time, because they're going to sort the sub out. It's number 13.
Looks like Ireland are going to have to make a change here while Eva Dalton is cleaned up.
Just look at those stats already. New Zealand dominating possession with 86% and 28 tackles made already by Ireland.
It's going to be here as Dalton comes to the side clutching her nose. It's going to be an early introduction into the match for Eve Higgins by the look of it
Cards out after, just
for the Irish. Yes, yeah, Dalton.
Okay, you happy with how long that is as well?
To get tidied
Perfect.
up.
Awesome.
So Eve Higgins coming out in jersey 22, absolute standout for
Just
Ireland
back, yeah, I'm
in
gonna
their
put time back on.
Olympic
You all ready?
Sevens campaign.
Ready?
Was a key component of helping them qualify for this tournament and the World Cup. She's a really handy player for Ireland to be able to bring off the bench at this stage of a game.
Oh yeah, she's got so much experience. She'll come on, she'll be calm, she'll be collected. She's a brilliant player for Ireland. Got a lovely outside arc, and her work rate is immense. The amount of work that she gets through.
That's your gap.
Great opportunity here for Ireland. Neve Jones with the throw. And it's stolen away though. Bremner got up for New Zealand, and even from their own goal line, there's no thought to try and clear. It'll be Tukuafu who crashes it forward first of all.
Okay, we're all done.
Joseph will survey the options, and New Zealand again intent on keeping ball in hand 5 metres out from their own goal line.
Wait. Yes, you
It's
need
a
to
great
use this,
steal
please.
from Chelsea Bremner. And now, well, I was going to say Demandrel looked to clear away, but Joseph went for a little dab and found Vahakolo, who's just so hard to stop.
Wait here. Wait, no, wait there.
Creeping out metre by metre are New Zealand. Here's Marcel Parks, converted into a front rower just a year ago, having made her test debut as a loose forward in 2018. Demand in front of her own goalpost. Now Sylvia Brunt will put it to toe, but it's a crossfield kick pass into the hands of Renee Holmes. Offload there for Tui on the inside. And New Zealand, again, playing that high-octane, risky rugby, but so far coming off. Tukuafu ships it on for Lolo here.
Don't pin her in, let the ball
Ireland
come out
having
here.
to make a lot of early
Stay
tackles.
there, ball is here.
This one doesn't connect now. They lose ground, and Or Duplessis fumbles in the chase, and there's a big mistake from New Zealand as they tried to run it out. The error comes, and it'll be a 5-metre scrum for Ireland.
And that's exactly the risk play that you talk about. Playing out the back, but not getting your head round and sighting the player first. We saw a number of occasions against England where you can see the intent that New Zealand want to play with, but just that execution just wasn't quite there. Now a big opportunity for Ireland.
Right. Ladies, just drop back a little bit, because we're right on top of that mark and we're inside the 5 now. So just drop back. Yeah, no, that's why I'm setting you back again.
Sarah Cox.
There's your mark.
Just guiding,
come up a little bit.
directing a bit of traffic.
There you go, now we're on the 5.
Everyone's sorted.
Nice and clear.
Ireland's line out faltered when they had this good attacking chance. How will the
Crouch.
scrum go on the 5 metres of New Zealand? Molly Scuffle-McCabe to feed the scrum just to the right of the uprights. Great chance for Ireland to get straight back into this match. And they're going to get a scrum penalty, and that will do even more. And away goes Aoife Wafer. She's going to be hard to stop from there. Burrowing low, barging over the line, scoring! Brilliance from Aoife Wafer and Ireland. They punish New Zealand's mistake.
Well, how good. No time to waste. Kept the tempo in the game. New Zealand probably looking at the referee, wondering why the decision was given. Quick tap, she's so key for Ireland. Such a powerhouse. Look at this, 2 players underneath her. And still manages to finish.
Two tries against Australia a few weeks ago, now one on the board against New Zealand. She's 21 years old, and with the rugby world watching her barge to the line again, she has got a huge future.
Say what picture I've got. She very clearly hinges on that hit. Black.
Chance for O'Brien to even us up as pressure's going to come on from Tui, and this will just stay away to the left. So try goes unconverted, but Ireland back into it, 7 points to 5.
Yeah, well, it's a good response, isn't it, from the try initially from New Zealand. Managed to keep putting pressure onto New Zealand, forcing them to make that play. And they got the turnovers and then got their rewards.
Restarts brought down by Wall, who
Okay,
gets
we're all done, that's it.
by the oncoming New Zealand defence. It was Liana Mikaeli-Tu'u, and she'll put in plenty like that. New Zealand thinking about going quickly, but
Flag.
good cover coming across just to cut off that option for New Zealand.
No, going quick.
I mean, take a look at this hit. Drops her body height, gets right under the ribs, and legs drive
Stop over
through.
a little bit. It's your gap,
Mikaeli
okay? Yep.
Tu'u.
4.
I felt that from up here.
I've never seen a co-commentator wince quite as much as you just did with that shot. Here goes New Zealand again through demand, and now the captain Tukuafu, she's just so tough. Kennedy Tukuafu, Kennedy Simon, recently married. Here's Brunt. Ireland asked to defend again as New Zealand come up towards halfway and Joseph digs it out. Demant back playing in the 10 jersey, and the offload is there for Sa'i, and she has got plenty of gas. Layla Sa'i, oh, the dummy goes herself. Now the cover comes just in time from Molly Scuffle-McCabe. Great work by Ireland's halfback, and Stacey Flood is on this for Ireland, and it's going to come Ireland's way. That is fabulous hustle from the Irish.
A superb chase back, brilliant line break there from Ruahei Demant, known for her offloads, getting the ball free. Just here, can see that Ireland is shooting up, gives her that little space, sees that she's got a prop in front of her, takes her on one-on-one. Maybe she should have given that ball there to Maya Joseph to finish off. But what about Scuffle-McCabe working back there? Try saving tackle. Reloads, gets back to her feet. And then Stacey Flood, using her sevens experience, getting over that ball. What a critical moment.
Molly Scuffle-McCabe's been playing in New Zealand for Manawatu, which is the home province of Layla Sa'i. Sa'i wasn't playing for them this season because she's been in Black Ferns camp, but they were very nearly teammates as New Zealand pinch another one here. That's Bremner again. Haven't seen a lot of Chelsea Bremner in the black shirt this season, but she's making a good fist of this opportunity. Lolo here for Sa'i. Dragged down by Hogan and Jugang. And Ireland caught offside, or rather not rolling away.
I'm not having you stand there and shout at me 3 times.
Or
number 3.
Chatting back, in fact.
I got the knock on as well, Julianne, but we've penalised the screaming at me.
There's such frustrating moments.
That's not acceptable.
It's a disappointing piece of it. Ireland are actually leaving the breakdown unless they have to go in, like we just saw there with Flood. So it actually gives them enough bodies on feet. Don't need to be chatting to the referee.
Switch whistles up, okay?
Oh, she's a really experienced player under Jugang.
Right, just make
Such
sure we're
an
onside,
important
okay,
component of this Irish scrum. Given away a needless penalty here that Renee Holmes is going to look to convert.
Oh, she won. I was getting a bit excited, sorry.
Holmes. No go of Flaesgart. Thought she'd dragged it initially, but Holmes adds 3 points for New Zealand. They extend their advantage 10 points to 5 as we head towards the 20-minute mark.
That's a great strike. Another 3 points on the board.
O'Brien sends it deep down into New Zealand territory where it's fielded by Ruby Tui. Duplessis not going through there. It's rock solid defence by Ireland. It was Fiona Tuke that time who made the hit, and now a couple of other shots going on. Good defence from Wall and Jugang this time, and then a penalty for Ireland. For a neck roll against the New Zealand attacker.
That's twice now off the restart. New Zealand not being able to find their way out. Looks like they're debating whether they're going to go for the 3 points here. Yeah, fair penalty there. Jugang round the neck.
Ireland are opting for the scrum. Yeah.
We need you up, okay? Can't hinge on that hip.
Did get a penalty last time out from which the try came. It was a good platform from which to launch.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Steady! Steady!
It's cribbing sideways a little. Wafer wants to bounce out the back again. That's exactly what she does. Goes a little sideways now. Looks to straighten up as Demant and Tukuafu bring her down.
Don't touch!
Dement clears herself out of the way. Here's Linda Jugang again. That's a good charge from the tight head prop, and it's nice quick ball for Scuffle McCabe. O'Brien, now Ireland looking hard onto attack. Offload is there. Offload is good for Enya Breen. Up to the 5 metre line. Ireland full of running early on. They're miles offside, are they, New Zealand? Yeah, Tui shot out of the line and got the timing horribly wrong. So it's another penalty against the Black Ferns. And they rush back to their own goal line.
Ruby Tui must have thought the ball was out. She was miles offside.
First, okay?
Brilliant intent, straight from the scrum. Wafer gets them on the front foot, and the pods recycling themselves.
Coxie, there's a high tackle as well, but that's a better position to stay as you are. High tackle by New Zealand 10, but it'll be penalty only.
The TMO also just clearing up in the background too. Here goes Wafer. Boy, she looks a special talent. Just her 9th cap after some injuries. Line out goes astray, but it's been snatched away. Enya Breen's done really well to regain that for Ireland. And they look to attack once more. O'Dowd. Just a couple of metres short of the New Zealand line. Jugang stopped in her tracks. Good tackle made on her by Tukuafu, but it's still there for Ireland.
Yes, please.
O'Dowd will carry once more. A couple of carries in the movement. Neve O'Dowd, and now Wafer once more. No way through this time. Just looking for someone to punch onto it. O'Brien, and there's Higgins. She is just the player to do that. Eve Higgins got them back on the front foot again. New Zealand's defence under pressure. Hogan. Whitney Hogan goes forward, and now Ireland attackers just throwing themselves at the New Zealand defence. Bodies needing to be cleared out everywhere. Wafer goes once more. Building phases, building pressure, then it goes astray, and Breen has to tidy up. Flood up in the line, puts a little stab kick through here for Murphy Crowe. Ball goes out into touch though. As Ireland, just that little disconnect at the wrong moment.
Yeah, it had so much of the right thing going on. Building the pressure, building the phases, pulling in the New Zealand defence. And again, just not getting the right sight on the player. We're seeing this for both teams.
Yeah, no worries.
But great option there to dink it through. We've seen how quick Murphy Crowe is on a 7 series. That stayed in field, she certainly would have won that foot race against Ruby Tui.
She is lightning quick, and she scored plenty of tries in a 7 shirt on this ground too.
Right, hang on.
Aoife Dalton comes back out after the blood bin.
Here.
Number 13 for Ireland, and Eve Higgins returns to the bench.
Okay? No worries, mate, no problem. Right, time on.
Big throw for Lula here. Again, it's just over the top on the fingertips. Roos got enough on it though for New Zealand to allow Amy Rule to come away.
Yeah, cool, mate. Keep them up.
Joseph, New Zealand from inside their own 10 metres as Parks it is will carry up. Marcel Parks, and
Julianne, where's the mark?
Ireland caught up offside
Number
this
10, you're up
time.
early at the back of the line now. You have to wait.
So that will let New Zealand just let that pressure valve off a little bit. Penalty that Ireland have conceded. Dana O'Brien.
Yeah, it's just relieved some pressure. They can kick the ball downfield, but again, line-out's not functioning, is it? Let's talk about some of the options that they might be looking to do.
Can be a little bit rocks and diamonds in New Zealand line-out. Work to perfection days, and then others not so much. They've stolen a couple of islands. That one down the back, not quite hitting the mark. That's the better option to Chelsea Bremner in the middle to allow New Zealand to attack again. Tukuafu is just so intense. Everything she brings, the New Zealand skipper. Brunt.
Now you're on the body. No, we're done.
New Zealand just with that penalty quickly up to halfway. Quick hands as well, and now Dement to the line, always looking to keep the ball alive. Mikaele Tu'u accelerate into the tackle of Murphy Crowe and got the ball away. Joseph now, it's spinning again for Holmes.
Tackle!
Ireland's defence have scrambled well at times in this half, and they're getting up to put some pressure on again. Tukuafu once more. for the first time, New Zealand building phases. The pass doesn't find the right hands, but it finds the ones of Vahakola, which are equally as good. And then Duplessis couldn't bring in the offload, and New Zealand's attack is snuffed out once more.
Yeah, it's good scramble defence again from Ireland. They're exposing a few holes in their defensive line. Again, you see Ruhe Dement. She always manages to get her hands free, always looking for the offload.
One. Just chop over, it's just on the end of there, that's it, yeah. Just on there, perfect, thank you.
32 offset, 10K loop. She's moving. Yes!
Good line-out ball this time for Ireland, and look how quickly they get to ground and drive away. It's quickly being funneled back to the hook and Eve Jones, and away they go once more with Wafer and just barreling forward, and now Jones is able to peel away. That is great meters from Ireland off that line-out up into New Zealand's half again. Hogan.
No, we're all done.
Around it comes for O'Dowd. She's chopped down and stopped by Mikaeli Tu'u.
That was an important tackle there, just completely stopped Ireland's momentum.
You can't hold her there and expect me to penalise her.
Breen drags a couple of metres forward now. A little change attack here for
Inside.
Ireland. O'Brien just looking to get this over the top of Vahakolo, who keeps it in field rather. And there in support for Holmes. A little bit of broken field here for New Zealand. Some space wide if they can get it there, but it's Ireland over that ball again. They'll concede the penalty, New Zealand. And Ireland turning around and looking to get more territory in possession.
Yeah, you saw that tackle there from Mikaeli Tu'u. Stopped all the momentum for Ireland, so O'Brien just sat in the pocket, kicked it down. Then Holmes trying to make up some ground, accelerated through in. But look, nobody's with her. They're watching. It's too slow to get there.
It's on the end.
Lula here tried her best to get in and over that ball, but there was more Black Ferns shirts around that ruck that could have got there sooner.
Big opportunity here for Ireland, and it's another fabulous line out from which to launch. They are setting and moving really quickly in that area, and they're up to the 5 metre line as well. Now it starts to crib sideways.
Sideways once!
And let's see Scuffle McCabe trying to find that ball in there. She's going to have to dig it out. They just had to get rid of it, did Ireland. And they've actually done really well out of here. Considine and Dalton, when it looked it was coming on New Zealand's side.
Okay. You've just knocked it on. It was your own player's foot that knocked that out, but there was a knock-on from 11 first, okay?
And it'll still be Ireland's ball. It was the knock-on from New Zealand.
It got knocked on.
Ireland really knocking on the door here.
Yeah, it was just a knock-on as she came
Absolutely,
through.
they're really
And then the
contesting,
Irish
aren't they,
player
around
flicked the ball round.
the line out. Two really successful driving mauls. Just started to get a little bit frantic. The ball suddenly popped out again, recognising and listening to the referee's call, saying you've got to use it, so instead of leaving it stuck in there.
This one out in this middle here. No, it's the next one. Oh. Yeah, she just cleaned her out by the neck and pulled her. That was number 8, yeah?
Just look at the difference there in the running metres. 444, 46 metres made to 85 in Ireland. 68 possession for New Zealand at the moment.
Someone get Eve away for a drink, please. Crying out for one, the number 6.
She's been busy already. 7 tackles.
Yeah, I know yours. She's just knocked it on. Hello.
5 carries, most in the pack at the moment as well.
I was happy with that last one.
Such a young, bright talent.
They got driven into that.
Plays beyond her years, beyond the number of caps she's got.
Did she have about a year in between her first and second test because of injury? Her debut in 22 and then had to wait 18 months for her second.
All good. I'm going to put time
Winner of
back
the
on,
match.
all right? You ready?
Against Australia a few weeks ago with 2 tries.
Yeah, cool. Time on.
This is a really tight first half.
Crouch.
There's been plenty of running though.
Bind.
Ireland have scrambled and hustled and then put
Set.
pressure on
Steady.
at key moments like they can now. Wafer's going to bounce out in the back again. She's gone blindside once more. Going to go herself for Wafer and get her second try. Another little bit of magic from Aoife Wafer and Ireland.
Oh, how good. A lovely little dummy from the 9, breaks left. And Aoife Wafer gets off the back of the scrum in a flash. Little show and go. Shows the ball in 2 hands. And what an introduction she's having to this game. Watch here, watch the 9. Look like she's going to the left to get a pop from Aoife. And then all of a sudden, little show and go with the ball. Just does enough to get over. With that little pump. And you're not going to stop her from that far out.
Now Tanner O'Brien has a chance to put Ireland in front with 10 minutes to go in this first half. And she's going to slide it inside that left-hand upright, and Ireland do go in front, making the most of their opportunities, and they lead 12 points to 10.
That's just such a clever play. Let's just have a look at it again. Wafer shows the ball in 2 hands. That's why if you've got the ball in 2 hands, you keep the opposition guessing. How good. There's plenty of Irish fans in here. They're giving them something to cheer about.
Don't go to a rugby match without them. Maybe don't go with them either. It could be dangerous. But good fun. Good crack. So Ireland, the world number 7 ranked side, leading the world number 2 ranked side and world champions New Zealand. 10 minutes to go in the first half as Stacey Flood regathers.
Retreat, no.
Sends it back down towards the 10-metre line.
I love it. I'll put the green. I'll put green on the end of the line. Green on the end of the line. Just come over, Black. Just step over. Green on the end of the line, so you set your gap from there, okay?
It's a good exit play after a bit of a fumble from Considine. It's good to see her back in the Irish team.
Brendan, a quick ball off the top for New Zealand. It's in the hands of Ruahei Dement. Now Mikaeli Tu'u. Just keep working and going all day. This robust number 8, Liana Mikaeli Tu'u, found Tukuafu on her shoulder. And now Joseph clears for Roos. He's had to check it with the leap pass to catch, and now Sa'i on the edge for New Zealand, dragged down.
No, you're off feet, let go!
Halfback for Ireland's been everywhere. Demand again, just looking to pull the string. She looks to run and then look to offload in heavy contact. And lost control of it, so Ireland win the ball back with Niamh Jones now. Brittany Hogan. Ireland's turn just to play a little bit of impromptu rugby. Now they'll look to clear away with O'Brien.
Retreat, retreat!
Joseph back for New Zealand now with Holmes. Tries to drop it on the foot, it's charged and it sits up into the hands of Hogan. Great eyes up from the number 8, and now more possession for Ireland. Dugang, and now Wafer ships it on for Considine. Nima Considine goes to ground. Ireland on to attack again with Fiona Shute. Breen. Oh, good tackle, cutting tackle by Mikaeli Tu'u that needed to be made on Wall. Jones. O'Brien just holds it up and she gets hammered by Brunt this time.
No, we're all off feet, leave it!
Ireland need to regather and regroup here. Nice offload for O'Dowd. And some good meters made once more by Niamh O'Dowd. And they get a penalty as well. New Zealand conceding under pressure once more.
Number 1, you must roll.
Penalty goes against Marcel Parks.
The physicality in this game has been right from the get-go, and it hasn't let up at all.
Where you are.
O'Brien's going to plug the corner again here for Ireland.
This was the right option here from Holmes. Saw the disconnect, but great work from Breen.
She's just right in the middle of that, affecting everybody clearing.
Look at that, Hogan clearing it up.
You can
The
take,
energy
you can
from
take the end of
Ireland
this three.
and the belief in them.
Yeah. There you go. Whoa, 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 whoa.
First opportunities playing WXV1, and they're throwing everything at it.
Now, this is a new breed of Irish player, and they are rolling forward again.
Spun by Black.
The ball has worked brilliantly well for them.
Ball's up, yeah, ball's up.
Ball's up, and
You've stolen it, ball is up.
There for New Zealand. I think Jones just got it under control at the right moment. She did for Ireland. As New Zealand tried to attack it at the breakdown. Here they come again, the green wave pressing, knocking on the door.
Ball's
New
out.
Zealand piling in and just sending Ireland backwards, but Jugang carries a couple on her back.
No.
And now Ireland regroup. Dorothy Wall.
Up we come, well done.
Next up, it's her locking partner, Fiona Chute. Ireland.
No, not clear
5 minutes out from
Ball is
half-time
here.
and looking to extend this lead. Scuffle McCabe gives it away. A little bobble from McMahon. The Irish captain buries her head and goes
you're
low.
pulling away and she's in the way.
Phases building, clicking through. Stacey Flood comes into the line for Ireland. Hard to put down as Flood. Just meters, 1.5 meters of that. O'Dowd, the next one up. Ireland's runners lining
That's it,
up
well
now.
done.
Scuffle McCabe barking orders at them.
No,
Half a
you're
metre
off,
short,
Lee.
New Zealand. Tukuafu off her feet. Ireland going to crash over, but they're going to have to look here.
Right, Sempo, I'm going to check this, where that Irish player has come from, whether she's in an onside and legal position. If not, I go back for the penalty for one of the black players being offside.
Okay, Coxie, so your on-field decision is try, and we're going to check where she picks up the ball at the ruck.
Correct.
TMO is going to review this here. The on-field decision is a try.
We're checking if that try is good or not, and if she's in a legal position. If not, we're coming back for an advantage for you guys being offside. Down here. Off feet.
Looking at where
Well, it's offside and off feet,
Neve
yeah.
Jones is the number 2 for Ireland.
Sorry, Sam, I didn't see that. Yeah, no worries, mate.
I was wondering if Chute is actually
So we
attached
just want
to
to
that ruck
establish
or
whether
not.
there is a ruck, so we're comfortable, and then if she's in front of the ball.
If she's
Yeah, look,
touching the
she's
player
clearly
there.
in front of the ball.
So,
Isn't she?
yeah.
Coxie,
Leaning back.
slow down. Let's make sure there's a clear ruck with players on their feet.
All right, sorry, mate. Yeah, carry on.
So we're looking to see if number 7 Black is on her feet to make a ruck, Coxie. So she's not on her feet there to make a ruck, so we have a tackle only. So the ball needs to be between the legs of green 2.
Okay.
So I'm not seeing a ruck because
Okay.
number 7 is off her feet.
Right, okay. No problem. So, yeah, 7's off her feet there, Tem. I agree with that.
And then the ball is between the legs of green 2.
Yep.
So you may stick with your
You can
on-field
stick with
decision.
the on-field decision of that being a try.
Correct.
There is no ruck. You're off your feet, so therefore there is no ruck. No, the ball is clearly between her legs. There's no ruck scenario, so it is a try.
Well, it's clearly explained to New Zealand, and
Sorry,
it
Sam, I
was
rushed
Neve
through that.
Jones
That was my
with
fault.
the awareness, and now the smile as Ireland extend their advantage out to 17 points to 10 as we nudge towards half-time. They've been building pressure, and Neve Jones capitalised.
Yeah, I think the Black Ferns are a little bit stunned by the decisions, but it's relevant. It's been given. It's all about how they capitalise on this next 5 minutes to get back within 7 points
All good?
against Ireland. But how about this? This time last year, Ireland playing in WXV3, and here and they're taking on the world champions and leading 17 to 10.
And now O'Brien can't add 2 more, so a converted try, the difference, 17 points to 10. New Zealand perturbed by the decision. As you say, doesn't matter if it's on the scoreboard. In a well-deserved try from the tireless Neve Jones.
Oh, she's coming this way. I thought she was that way.
Holmes sends the restart deep down, and this is the new rule variation as well. You can take a mark from the kickoff now, and that's what Stacey Flood has opted to do.
Yeah, ultimately the same outcome was probably going to happen if you catch it, set up a ruck, set up another ruck, then put the caterpillar together.
Just on the end of that line.
Just getting on with it.
I guess it takes out that little element of jeopardy, perhaps, that you may lose the ball.
Saves a couple of bodies. It's been a physical first half. Good option. Know that they can clear their line with making a call there.
New Zealand back onto attack again. They've looked good in the build-up, but they haven't been able to finish. And now Holmes looking to release Vahakolo. She's been well wrapped up a couple of times on that left wing. Caitlin Vahakolo. Through the hands it goes. Bremner knocks it backwards, and Duplessis scoops it up, but they lose some ground to the Black Ferns. Joseph goes wide to Tui out on the left wing. She's come all the way over from the right. Rule. Another back in the starting side this weekend. A little ball back in the middle now. Here's Vahakolo in some space, looking to accelerate, and accelerate she does. Caitlin Vahakolo, she'd been looked well after, but not that time. The space opened up for Caitlin Vahakolo to get her 11th try of the year.
And just how good Maya Joseph and Vahakolo on the same page there. Just thinking about New Zealand just needs to be a bit more direct. Big carry here from Rule. And you just see there, Enkis O'Dowd just goes round the corner, nobody on her inside. You've always got to mark that channel, not chase the 9, because you get exposed just like that. And Vahakolo has the absolute gas to get on the outside and finish the job. That's the sort of Black Ferns response you want to see.
Holmes a minute out from half-time, a chance to level us back up again. Renee Holmes will bring this around. She strikes it really nicely and does convert the try. So we're back all square, 17 points apiece. Caitlin Vahakolo started the day equal on tries for the year with Ellie Kildun, who got 2 for England early in the day. Now Vahakolo pulls one back.
It'll be interesting to see what New Zealand do here. Do they try and run it out, play that high-risk play that they want to play, or do they just kick it back downfield?
And now it's their turn to take the mark from the restart.
See how that just guarantees you an exit, speeds everything up.
It's a good nudge downfield, down towards halfway. In fact, just over it from Tui.
Yeah.
This will be interesting. The mentality from Ireland. Do they just get hold of the ball, kick it out, go in at half-time, knowing they've had a big physical half, they're right in this game, they've been on top of New Zealand? Or do they go, no, we're here to play?
They are going to go to half-time, all square. An entertaining, willing first half between Ireland and New Zealand. Just the 3rd time they've met, and 2 tries to that woman, Aoife Waver. They're charging off this Irish team. What a half they have put in, what a shift. And we are all tied up. 17 points, plays 17, New Zealand and Ireland.
Right, just make sure we're onside.
Ready to go in the second half. Dana O'Brien for Ireland to get us back underway. Ireland 17, New Zealand 17. As she sends it long and into New Zealand's 22, and Renee Holmes straight away opts to take advantage of the new law trial, where she can take a mark from the kickoff, from the restart, and give herself a nice clear exit downfield for New Zealand, which Stacey Flood's going to try and keep in field, but can't do so.
Look at that touch finder.
Nope. No. It's already out, yeah? Okay, already custom play.
Be interested to see what New Zealand do here at the line out. Do they go up and compete?
Ireland, can we have the numbers, please? Just a little bit quicker. Numbers.
It's also one of the new laws. A shot clock on for scrums and line-outs. Just kind of want to keep the flow of the game going, ball in play time.
Jones to the middle. This line-out ball. Away it comes for Ireland and O'Brien. No chance for Ireland just to build straight into their game early in the second half, get hands back on ball. They couldn't do that right at the start of the game. And Senior Breen sends it down to, he's going to attack this one and bring it in for New Zealand and look to release onto attackers. Duplessis gets away from the first defender, now looks to accelerate away from the second. She's got demand in now. Brunt, New Zealand in full flow. Sylvia Brunt clatters over the top of one, drags another with her, and New Zealand swoop downfield, and then the ball spills out, but illegally so, player offside. And just like that, New Zealand peel off 60 metres and go hard onto attack.
It was interesting because Breen made that kick. The number of backs that they had on that short side just left them a little bit vulnerable on that open side.
Good throw from Lolo here, finds her target as Bremner tries to funnel it straight back. It's there for the hooker, and New Zealand marching forward quickly. Atlanta Holalula here's got it in the back, and Ireland were just able to get another grab and just stop a little bit of that momentum, and Joseph has to use it. Demant for Duplessis. She's got Holmes on the run, skips out of one. Amy Duplessis just short of the line, just dragged down by Breen. Quick pick and go from Sylvia Brunt, slammed it down, it bobbled out of the hands. They'll have to check if it was a clean put down from Sylvia Brunt.
My on-field decision is try. Okay, but just in the lead up to that, when she's over the line, just want to check that she doesn't drop it first, okay?
Coxie, yeah, we're going to check grounding as well, okay?
Yeah, that's the grounding, yeah, I'm looking at that.
Okay.
Just wants to have a look at the grounding, does referee Cox. On-field decision is try. It did bounce out, always pays that sort of one to check.
Yeah, sometimes when you slam it down. Let's have a look here. Fights to get through. Oh, yeah, there's disconnect there between the ball.
Just checking through the angles, Coxie.
Yeah, no worries. Where are you going, 9?
That's no try.
It looked loose when it bounced away.
This is the angle.
Coxie, I'm coming back to you with a decision.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
She's lost control of the ball and doesn't press it, so it's a knock-on in goal. Goal line dropout.
So no try, lost control of it, a shake of the head. And Sylvia Brunt had done all the hard work.
Not yet, no, because she's going to go
separation, so it's a goal line dropout for Ireland, and away they've gone.
In a minute, Adele.
Trying to find and catch New Zealand off guard. Skills of Renee Holmes at the back. Now they come again. Demant once more, and here's Brunt, who's left one go.
Tackle.
Demant again for Layla Sayer, and it's a penalty, goes against New Zealand. The attacking team.
She's taken her beyond the ruck and clearly to ground as well, number 3.
Players been cleared out. Amy Rawlitz has been penalised.
Clearly beyond the ruck and to the ground.
And New Zealand concede possession.
It's just disappointing, isn't it? Moments almost going up, scoring 5 points, to then conceding a penalty.
I put Black on the line.
It's just a
You take the line here.
tackling a player beyond. It's just
Take the
unnecessary.
line.
It's not needed.
One.
The ruck was won. They had quick
On the
ball.
line, please.
So Ireland just controlling the tempo. Area that, there they are, they've arrived. As Jones goes down the back, or Bremner got a fingertip to it. McMahon couldn't control, and Roos comes away for New Zealand. And the Black Ferns win possession back again, just holding on. It was Saet. Demant double pump away for Brunt again. Duplessis had a lively start to the half, looks to release Tui. They have to chop back in field and then looking to accelerate away, just dragged down by Dalton. Good recovery from Aoife Dalton. Now Demant tries to barge her way through. Always happy to take the ball to the line. Hey, Demant. Vahakolo into the action, created space here for Roos. That one's floated forward though. Straight away, the Irish hands went up, and Layla Sayer had some clear territory in front of her, but the execution not there from New Zealand again.
Yeah, Neve Jones just chasing across.
Yeah, go race. 1, 2 and 3.
Just forces
1, 2
Sayer.
and 3.
to make that pass. Probably not on her own terms, probably wants to engage a little bit more, but could feel the heat.
Yeah, the shoulders of the...
New Zealand making 3 front row changes, changing the entire front row. Luca Connor on in jersey 16, Chris Veliko on in jersey 17, and Tanya Kolonavali on in 18, replacing Parks, Lolo here, and Rule. Marcel Parks, a lot of injuries, the number 1, getting her first start as a front rower. Has previously played as a loose forward. Just 5 minutes into the half, and New Zealand have gone to the bench. Luca Connor, the replacement hookers, have not had a lot of rugby. First game since May.
Set!
And it's a good shove. They've got a really good way on. Scuffle McCabe has to clear it away. Does well, the Island halfback at the base. And that's a good ball for Considine. Couldn't quite pick it up on the way through. It's still there, though, for Island. No ball went backwards, so a chance to really get on to attack hard once more, O'Dowd. Scuffle McCabe just stuck looking for the options, so has to go herself, the halfback. Really sparky, lively, the number 9. Hogan. Flood, shooting up and putting pressure on was Demant, and Wafer spilled it. New Zealand co-captain coming up with a good defensive play.
Yeah, we so often see that from Demant, don't we? Making big reads. Surprising to see Wafer juggle that, but the rush defence just makes you suddenly glance out the corner of your eye, which means you take your eye off the ball.
Steady on. I got the back of the ruck.
Ray actually gets a bit of a hand to the ball as well.
Yeah, we all good to go? Yeah, sweet. Let's start building then.
Disciplined with the ball in their hands until that moment, and Wafer's barely made a mistake
Crouch
all game. New Zealand scrum just a little bit of ascendancy in the last one.
Set, steady, steady, stay on.
Makodi Tu'u comes out the back for Joseph. Brunt to the line, and then on the wraparound, New Zealand looking to execute a set play here as Brunt taken in a really good tackle. It was well read, and then New Zealand lost control, and look at the praise, the applause that Enya Breen is getting from her Irish teammates, and well deserved as well. Are so hungry in defence.
Yeah, their energy.
Fantastic.
Again, look here,
really
look at Dalton.
Really happy with
gets
that.
up, gets right around the legs, holds onto the ankles. Critical tackle yet again.
Right, are we ready? Right, let's start building. Let's start building.
You just feel that New Zealand can't build any phases, can't build the pressure, try and get some momentum back in their favour.
Binds!
Ireland continue to grow with every passing minute in this match. And they get a free kick, and again, that's exactly what she's going to do. The red head kid, did she lose it though?
No.
I think it hit Coxie's boots.
Right, you've hit me. Take that again. Let them stand up. Back you go.
Good spot.
Right, steady. It's yours, okay? You have crowded that mark and come over the
bit
top
of panic there from Wafer, I think.
Please.
So it is still Ireland possession, but they're not going to be able to catch New Zealand off guard.
Let's make sure we're taking taps from the correct mark, please, okay? And not on to me. Yep.
Now it's O'Brien who will tap, and away goes Ireland with O'Dowd. Makoli Tu'u down low, and Veliko over the top make a good tackle. Hogan, she's taking good meters each carry. Again, New Zealand shooting up to put pressure on. Brunt this time, who left that try behind, is voracious, and that's swept back on New Zealand's side. It's play on though for Ireland, as it was played back by the Black Ferns, and they will get the throw to the line out. There's a scrappy period of play. Ball goes out over the side.
Yeah, it just all feels a little bit messy at the moment, doesn't it? Both teams scrapping for absolutely everything, both sides of the ball.
Yeah, off you go, mate. Time's off. Okay. 2, 7, 13 and 9.
Ireland
Okay, all
is,
substitutions.
yeah, going to say there's a whole lot of cavalry standing alongside there for Ireland, and they're all going to head out. So Neve Jones will head to the side for Cleena Maloney.
Okay, you're all done, mate. All sorted?
There's a whole lot more.
Someone. Yep, no
I
problem.
think I saw Eve Higgins head back out there in 22. That's to replace Thompson, who's been impressive. We'll get confirmation shortly as New Zealand play on. Again, it's Brunt. And to execute from deep, Vahakolo put this on the toe.
Yeah, well done. Stay there, stay there.
And going to keep it in touch as well. Murphy Crowe, good awareness, but she gets Vahakolo with heavy contact. Murphy Crowe, plenty of Irish players back there in support, including Maloney on there in jersey 16. Vastly experienced. And there's Emily Lane, new replacement halfback on in 21. That's awkward, looked forward, but play on. No call comes from the officials this time. And O'Brien just slices off the side of the boot, but she's going to find grass here. Oh, the bounce is decent enough for Demand.
All back.
Needs some support though. Wafer and Murphy Crowe all over this one for Ireland. And they'll concede the penalty. New Zealand tap quickly. Joseph, tempo really lifting now. Connor. Here's Erin King on in jersey 20 for Ireland as well. The super impressive 20-year-old. Now Tui.
No, leave it green!
Here's Kalunavale. Lots of replacement players onto the field. Brunt, New Zealand, looking to release Vahakolo. Can't get it back in field for Tukuafu. Just hangs it up enough for the captain to get there. Demand. And Kulunavale, she's so hard to stop with ball in hand. Tanya Kulunavale gets a good 10 metres for New Zealand. Now Duplessis again gets past the first defender, Amy Duplessis. Stopped in a really good tackle though. Coming forward by Stacey Flood, who looks like she's taken a blow in the process. The Ireland fullback playing on though with Vahakolo. To ground they go, and once more Ireland's defence is scrambling and hustling, and this time conceding a penalty.
Right there. Number 12. Must roll.
I wonder if they might have to have a look at Stacey Flood here. She made the tackle on Duplessis and just came away a little worse for wear. I think that's her taking a knee on the side.
No, you don't have to. It's up to you, but if you go that way, I'm going to have to put time off. That's your choice. Yep, no worries, mate.
She's been good, hasn't she? Duplessis.
Time off.
Shows the big dummy, shapes the pass, recognises.
4, 7 and 13.
The defender's just slightly slipped and opens up fresh. Got really good acceleration through the break.
Coming your way anyway, mate.
He just felt really good composure there, building from New Zealand. Really good carry from Kalunavale. Got them right on the front foot.
Yes, you can. Yeah,
New Zealand now making changes. Kennedy Tukuafu comes to the side. She's been replaced by Lucy Jenkins in 20. Alana Bremner on in 19. She's replaced her sister Chelsea. And also too, Medirangi Paul on in 23. She's gone into centre for Duplessis. And there's the first touch for Alana Bremner. Look at her rumbling her team on, urging them forward. It's in the back with Luca Connor. And this is where Luca Connor loves to execute the number 16. Eventually it comes out in the hands of Duplessis, who is still out there. In fact, gets the offload for Brunt. Ball goes backwards again. Demand. And now on the edges, Medirangi Paul stepping and scoring with her first touch onto the field. Medirangi Paul into the action, onto the score sheet.
I had that as defending one.
But I've talked about New Zealand always being comeback queens. The bench always make a big impact. And Paul getting on her first touch, footwork, beating 2 or 3 defenders. Probably could have gone the simple route on the outside. Here, brilliant driving maul. This is where it all begins. Sees the advantage. Duplessis again shapes to. Looks like she's going to go through. Offload, keeps going backwards. This is what you've got to love about New Zealand. No matter how it might not look pretty all the time, but they manage to pull things off. Steps back inside, still another defender to beat.
Check, please. I want you to check a potential knock-on by Black 16 at the back of the maul.
Well, we've had a check from the TMO, so it's not marked down as yet. This goes back all the way to the maul over on the far side from where the try was scored.
So we're looking at number 16 at the back of the maul, who loses possession of the ball into a teammate who's in front.
Right, chuck it up on the screen, man, and we'll have a look. So I was playing advantage anyway for the Irish player being, bring that one down. Ah, yep, okay. So yeah, that's clearly knocked on into a player that's in front by 16. I would have been playing advantage then anyway for the Irish number 1 being down in the middle of that maul, causing that to break off. So we'll undo the try, but we go back for the penalty, yeah?
Agree, Coxie, you happy penalty only for the collapse?
Go on, put it up, tempo. I thought it was successfully defended once, then it goes sideways, and then she comes underneath. So I didn't have penalty try in mind.
No, not penalty try. I'll put it from the start, Coxie in real speed, just to make sure
so it'll be no try for Paul,
Yep,
and now they're just going to double check if there wasn't too much more to it as the maul is dragged down.
Just going back to the start, Coxie, bear with
please,
us.
Mate. Yep, no
I'm
problem.
real speed, I'm going to play it for you.
Thoughts?
I wonder what they're looking for here.
Yeah.
They're looking to see if that momentum would keep going without
So, Tempo, have you got a
Irish.
number for that? You're right, there is very clearly speed and momentum of that maul going in. We then get it defended on the 5 metre line, so we'll put that player in the bin. If you've got a number on there, we had one live, but I just want to make double sure that
it
that's
is
correct.
number 1, Coxie,
Yep.
number
Okay.
1.
So there is no try, okay? There is no try. We go back. Number 1, please. Number 1, you go to the bin for taking the maul down, and we go back here.
So a no try for New Zealand, knock on at the maul, but Neve O'Dowd will sit down for 10 minutes for deliberately pulling the maul down. So one bit of jeopardy goes off the scoreboard for Ireland, but now they play with 14 for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, New Zealand want to make this count. Want to punish them during this 10 minutes whilst they've got a player down.
Stay on your feet.
It's a good referee in there, wasn't it, by Sarah Cox?
Right, you need to be 2. Drop back. Are you in or out? Then get in, get in.
To the middle they go. Alana Bremner has been right in the thick of the action since coming onto the field, and look again, it's quickly funneled back under the right wing of Luca Connor. Connor to the line. New Zealand score from set piece. Luca Connor back into the team and back on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the bench certainly making an impact, lifting the intensity, the tempo. Should have been
Coxie's
disappointed with the
tempo.
knock-on.
I'd like to check obstruction by New Zealand on the formation of the line-out, please.
Oh, hang on.
TMO.
We've got another TMO check here, this time whether Ireland's defence
So
was
we're looking at the
obstructed.
actions of the lifters as the jumper comes down, Coxie.
Go for it, Temps.
So it's whether the likes of
It's the
Roos
best angle, Coxie, looking at the back lifter,
cut
number
off
5.
access.
Yep, no worries. Yeah.
Steps in front of the ball carrier there, mate.
They clearly step in front and they don't allow that opportunity for Ireland to defend that ball carrier, do they? So again, we take away that try. Penalty against number 6, is it?
Number
Black
5.
Or number 5. Okay.
Well, I'll scribble out another one because now Luca Connor's try is disallowed.
Obstruction.
Well, we spoke earlier with the referees,
something in
didn't
my
we,
eye.
this week, and they talked about being really clear. You've got to be able to have an opportunity to get to the ball, the lifter that's coming down. You can't, as a
Come
lifter,
up this
get
way.
in front
Come up.
of
They'll be on the 15.
the defensive line.
Stop there. Wait there, wait there, wait there.
It is part of the TMO protocols that they can check attacking phases. So we are still, after all of that, at 17 all. With 25 under, or just over 25 minutes to play, and Ireland is still down to 14. New Zealand, 2 tries disallowed in the space of about 2 minutes.
Good contest.
It was a contest
Knock
in
on
the
from Black.
air, and it's going to be there for Ireland. They
a good
just
contest,
lost
it's just
it
a knock
as
on
they
from you
competed
guys.
for that
It was a
line-out
good
ball.
contest.
Alana Bremner it was.
We got it knock on when it was on the floor, wasn't it?
Erin King she took a knock in that line out there.
I think she landed pretty heavy on her back.
Yeah, no problem. They need a prop.
You know what, Erin King, you are hard pressed to find
can
a better
play in that
player at the
position.
Paris Olympic Games than the 20-year-old from Ireland. And then she made her test debut against Australia a couple of weeks ago, and in 29 minutes off the bench beat 3 defenders and had 10 carries. The number 20, there she is.
Sure we got the correct numbers as well.
One half of the quite viral photo that went around in Paris too, with an astonishing one-woman lift into the air of Emily Lane. And Siobhan McCarthy enters the fray.
Who's going?
Of course, they have to make a front row change here, Ireland. And it'll be Fiona Tute, who's the sacrifice player, with Nevo Dowd in the sin bin.
Yeah, cool. Time's on. Crouch. Binds. Set.
17 all. It has been a real stalemate in the second half. But again, New Zealand's scrum wafer does really well to come away with that, as Ireland was tracking backwards at a rate of knots. Lane having to dig it out and give O'Brien a chance to clear away. Just relieve the pressure momentarily, and it is only going to be momentarily as Holmes come back with New Zealand. Little chip kick over the top, looking to get a nice touch in there from King, but it was knocked on the way through. In fact, a penalty goes against Ireland.
Green player played it and you were in front of the last player that played that ball.
Going for posts. The way that Holmes has been kicking this afternoon, it's a great option. So again, New Zealand have had plenty of possession, but not being able to convert it. Obviously, 2 tries disallowed doesn't help.
It's a bit of an evolution in New Zealand's thinking, because it does go against their DNA of this team. They like to run and attack. But if you have to go up by 3s, you've got to be pragmatic, and at 17 all, pragmatism is key. There's Renee Holmes, looks to put New Zealand back in front. First points of the half are a penalty. Finally confirmed, and New Zealand go out to a 3-point advantage, 20 points to 17. Maya Joseph heading to the sideline for New Zealand. Change at half-back. That'll be Iri Tanahohaya on in jersey 21.
She's a really exciting talent, isn't it? Her speed of ball and accuracy was excellent today. Got plenty more to learn and grow as a player with experience.
Ireland goes shallow off this restart, and it's brought down by Edirangi Paul, who's dragged towards the sideline right in front of the Irish bench. Look at them, they're all up too. Enjoyed that little defensive effort from Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe, with some assistance as well.
They're the little wins that you want to celebrate, aren't they? Just conceded some points, put the pressure on the restart. They went a little bit shorter. And then Paul just a little bit too upright, which allowed Amy Lee to get under her and get her off the sideline. Now what can they make with this?
Maloney goes to the middle, quick ball from King off the top, and away goes O'Brien. Now Wafer stationed in midfield. Good tackle made around the ankles on her by Demand. Lane comes away with it. New Zealand shooting up, looking to put a shot on Waswell higher now. A little bit of room for Murphy-Crowe. Gets past one defender, but not past Jenkins and Roos. Still there for Ireland, though. And Dorothy Wall, good metres from the lock forward.
No, we're all done, all done.
Oh, O'Brien, little change of tack. Thought she saw some space in behind, but New Zealand underneath this one easily. Porlock's not to take the mark. Comes back and runs hard at Chugang, who very rarely misses a tackle. New Zealand win the ball back on their own 22.
No, we're all done. We're all done.
And now Paul has to go in and play halfback, and Dement does opt to put boot
Retreat!
to ball this time.
Black,
It's skied
retreat!
back in field though
Retreat!
for Ireland, and away comes O'Brien, able to run it back, and then Murphy Crowe just got in Hogan's way. They got in a bit of a tangle, and Murphy Crowe puts it down. Should have taken that one. Chance comes to nothing for Ireland.
It's such a shame, just forced that last pass.
Keep retreating, yeah?
You can see that Ireland desperate to get the ball into Amy Lee. Murphy Crowe's hands. She can be really deadly. Looks like they're going to put Amy Lee in the scrum now. So they've got 8 on 8. So now they've got to play a really good platform here. New Zealand, if they can win the scrum, first jobs first. And we know what New Zealand will likely do here, even though they're in their own 22.
Set. Steady!
Certainly had the ascendancy at scrum time in the second half. That one held firm from Ireland, but again New Zealand will run it out with Duplessis. And now Holmes puts
Stay there.
boot to ball again.
Yeah, good work.
She'll find grass, and Murphy Crowe has to track a decent way back. She looked to attack herself. Amy Lee Murphy Crowe accelerating through the gap. Vahakolo comes at her, drags her down as Paul came forward. But Amy Lee Murphy Crowe's got Ireland on the front foot. Now Higgins. And a penalty goes against Ireland's side entry. She was slow to get up, Murphy Crowe, but that is a glimpse of what she can do.
Number 12, clear side entry.
Frustrating penalty though.
Yeah, really frustrated. How she got back there, she just did the scrum. Work rate to get back and across, and this is what she likes, a bit of open field, a bit of space. Vahakolo does really well to track her back.
Just put them on the line there, Julia.
And just not enough support around that ball carrier on that next phase.
Just on the end there.
Hard to support a ball carrier that is that quick, I would imagine.
Set up, please, New Zealand. Clean set up, please.
Time starting to soak up on that sin bin, but still a couple of minutes for Ireland to be playing with 14, and New Zealand just want to release that back line. Oh, they've got the extra number. And looking fuller running. Holmes again coming into the line now. Paul, no way through. Flood, good tackle made by Stacey Flood coming forward from fullback. Jenkins. Lucy Jenkins hard into contact, engaging the Irish defence. As the ball spills out and they concede another penalty, back-to-back penalties for Ireland, and Hohaia wants to get New Zealand rolling forward. Kulunavali for Ilana Bremner. She's had a real impact since coming on early in the half. Kulunavali again, she's got Hohaia on the inside, gap there for Hohaia. It closed quickly, but now New Zealand offload as Bremner's in support. Dement again goes to stab it over the top. It's been charged down by Hogan. Great pick up, really good tidy up from Brunt for New Zealand, but now it's gone back Ireland's way. Too casual. And another let off for Ireland.
Retreat,
and
retreat.
that'll allow them to turn New Zealand around, peeling off meters. That is a great clearing kick. Holmes having to go a long way back.
Inside.
And eventually just has to look for the safety of the touchline to give everyone a breather.
She had a long way to get back there. Fullbacks always cover the most distance in a game. How frustrating. Just managed to start to break the Ireland defence.
Ladies. Yes, please. Yeah.
Not sure that was
Just
the right
step over.
option to kick it through.
Ladies, please.
Just keep building
Number
the
3.
phases. Be patient.
5.
Ireland walk into the line out again, and it's taken down by Wall. Wafer just to pop it back in field. O'Brien just hoofs it high. Might land for everyone here. Holmes underneath it does well as it's skied up towards the top of the dome. But was Wafer, was it, over that ball? Pats on the head all round, but it's Ireland possession regardless. McCarthy, excuse me, the new
McCarthy.
player.
Just watch the timing of this if we get a replay. It's just phenomenal timing to get in.
17 off.
Just allows her teammate to make the tackle, and then she's straight in over the ball, latches on. And look at this decision.
Turning down the opportunity at points. Siobhan McCarthy heads to the side because the sin bin is back on. She was the sin bin replacement, so Ireland restored to the full complement. O'Brien's plugged them down 7 metres away from the New Zealand line, and Ireland playing with huge confidence.
We've got one down there and then one here as well.
You have to say, Ireland have managed that 10-minute period with a player down really well. New Zealand had plenty of attacking opportunities off the set piece. But sometimes when you think you've got the extra player, you just put the ball out there, but New Zealand just being a little bit lateral, not drawing in. Here, Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe. Straight in, targets the ball, latches on.
Yeah, okay.
Just some time here as Eritana Hohaya gets some treatment for New Zealand as Siobhan McCarthy. What an injection into the game. Ohia's back ready. There is nothing in this one. 3 points the difference.
You ready? Perfect.
Just over 15 minutes to play.
All sorted? You all sorted? Ready?
Ireland have thrown world
Yeah, you're all
rankings
on
out the
mark
window.
there. That's perfect. Time on.
Irrelevant to them. The veteran Clena Maloney with a chance to hit a mark here, and she does with Hogan and Ireland again. Their drivers look good, and it is barreling forward with Wafer. Just stopped 4 metres short of the line. Again, they go quickly. Ireland's forwards looking to roll up the sleeves and go to work to get them back in front. Wall peeled back by some strong New Zealand defence. Nice and quick though for Lane, and now Tutu's back out there as well after the sin bin, as is the woman who was given 10, O'Dowd. She picks and goes. Lane surveys the options and goes short and low for Gang. Happy to keep it in tight at the moment is Ireland. Just pound away at the New Zealand line. Away they go again with Maloney. Referee's got advantage as well, and so Lane will release Breen. She's powerful in the middle, trying to punch her way through. New Zealand having to scramble this time. It comes away for Lane, and now Wafer has already got two.
Back from Breen. I'm still playing the advantage.
Ireland's still playing under advantage here.
Advantage is still there, 20 offside.
New Zealand having to make plenty of tackles. Ireland building through phases. O'Brien stabs a little kick through. There's a scramble, a collision. They'll go back for the penalty.
Yeah, that's a
You've got 5
frustrating penalty.
Or you've got an offside.
Referee was talking to the Black Ferns saying, get onside, get onside.
And then an entry over on the 15 now. On the 15.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah. Oh, 5.
And again, the intent, you can imagine that Dana O'Brien is just going to nudge this over the side, and they go again.
Yeah, well, we've seen the product work really well, haven't we, for Ireland? Driving line out has been excellent.
All right, just come to the back.
Just look at the speed to get going. Wafer again, holds her feet, almost went down. Managed to regather her balance.
Maloney, they set, and once again they go quickly. They've peeled away, courting everyone just about. Maloney almost at the line, and the try is given. Ireland onto brilliance, and it's Erin King who comes up with it to put Ireland in front with just under 15 minutes to play.
Well, that's absolutely class. We talked earlier about the evolved Ireland team that we're seeing and the variation in that line out. For all money, you think New Zealand are ready there. They're waiting for the drive to come on. And what they don't recognise is the little front peel. And then look at the speed. The speed of ball. King doesn't need an asking, can see the white try line. Just look at all the body shapes, everybody focused. Expecting that driving ball. And not quick enough, not low enough.
Nearly all eyes went right. Ireland had gone left. And now O'Brien from wide is just going to come off the upright. So the margin is 2. Ireland 22, New Zealand 20.
I had the tip of that ball go onto the line, and then the New Zealand player scoops underneath it just after that. Yeah, cool. Thank you, mate.
World champions under all sorts of pressure. They've had a real mixed bag of a season, and it's not getting any easier in front of this talented, connected, passionate, brilliant Irish team. Linda Dugang brings it down. She goes many, many minutes, played 80 just a few weeks ago, did the tight forward. Pick up.
Take him back! Retreat
O'Brien
back!
looks
Retreat
to clear
back!
away. Demanter's underneath this one for New Zealand. Captain Holmes, who's had a lot of running again, tries a little chip kick over the top for herself to chase, but they get back there in plenty of time and numbers to Ireland, and it comes away for Niamh O'Dowd. All she had Higgins on the shoulder and then just lost control as she took the ball into contact.
I think she'll give us all a heart attack at that rate.
Possession's so critical at the moment.
Time off, we've got front row down.
New Zealand, a couple of little kicks haven't quite worked out for them.
Because then if you get involved, I've got to be
She's been busy, hasn't she? O'Dowd, 12 carries, most in the team. He's not even on the edge of his seat.
Who'd be a coach?
Not even on the seat, he's off it.
Yeah, thank you.
How good. This time last year, you wouldn't have put Ireland in this category to be competing with New Zealand.
Number 5, okay, cool.
They've been exceptional this evening. We have been here all this afternoon.
They've just dictated at times too. They haven't let New Zealand control the pace of the game, haven't tried to play at New Zealand's pace, done what they've wanted to do and taken their opportunities when they've come along, when they've got inside that 22.
Exactly, they haven't overplayed in their half, they've exited really well, they've taken their chances when they have them, the discipline's been good, they've been clinical. What you want to see from New Zealand is test match rugby. You can't run everything.
Crouch! Bind! Okay, right. Let's just control that weight a little bit. Please don't stand up like that, okay? But don't stand up. Just control yourselves a little bit with that weight, okay? Crouch! Bind!
Scrum will set just on Ireland's side of
Steady,
halfway.
steady!
Eli Tanahohaya with the feed for the Black Ferns, and she'll come away with it for Demand. And then Brunt. Now Duplessis gets one almost away from Higgins and then ridden to the ground by Murphy Crowe, but it was good meters by Amy Duplessis for New Zealand. Now Mikaele Tu'u just goes and goes, the New Zealand number 8, Kulunavale. This is better from New Zealand, just clicking through, building those phases, trying to build some pressure, finding a bend to seam in the Irish defence. Veliko throws it wide for Sa'i, and now releasing Vahakolo on the left edge. Vahakolo cutting back in field, and New Zealand inching forward.
Good was
Higher for Maya Roos.
And Veliko.
Duplessis rips a big ball wide for Lucy Jenkins, standing on the outside edge.
No.
Again, New Zealand looking for the composure and attack when it's best needed. Connor on the 22 is caught. It's slow ball this time. Coming out eventually for Hohaya. Slowly, in fact, they pick and go. Just crib extra couple of metres, and once more Liana Mikaeli-Tu'u able to get the ball away for Hohaia. Out they come to the right with Bremner spinning away from one. Higgins just clung on around the bootlaces though for Ireland, whose defence is holding. But just for now, phase number 9 and 10 tick over for New Zealand.
That ball is out.
Oh, the ball was out, and it was brilliantly read from Hogan. Hohaia just took too long, and Hogan was able to come forward and pick the pocket, take it away for Ireland, who can clear now with a punt downfield. And out over the sideline, they get the escape route once more.
I said in the first half, so we've got to be careful of balls being out. That, for me, was very clearly out.
How frustrating. Ball's out of the back of the ruck. It's not protected there.
Go for it, mate. Number 10. 10.
She could have just run with it. She needed to pass it to Ireland, but that's where the pressure comes on, the panic comes on. That's why they need to be more patient with the ball. You can slow the ball down, bring players in.
Yeah, that's right. We've got time off. No problems.
It was pretty clearly out as well. New Zealand have made a big change in the final 9 minutes. The captain, Ruahei Demand, has gone to the side, and Hannah King comes on. Aoife Wafer's still down in back play for Ireland. She's moving up slowly. So Hannah King, the 20-year-old for New Zealand, into the thick of a very tight test match. Connor finds her mark. It's Roos in the middle, and yeah, they've got advantage here. They attacked Maya Roos in the air, so the penalty will go for New Zealand.
It's a big moment, this. King's just come on, a young player. How can she take hold of this game in the last 8 minutes?
Just on that. That's your mark, yeah. Just step over.
Bremner takes it down for New Zealand. It's been funneled to the back with Jenkins, and now Connor and Hohaia able to come away for Brunt. Now Sylvia Brunt busting through a couple of defenders. Mikaeli-Tu'u on the shoulder. Mirirangi Paul is there reaching out, and New Zealand go in front. She's had one disallowed. Mirirangi Paul gets it this time though to give New Zealand the lead again.
And just like that, a little bit of magic from Brunt through the middle. What about that offload? It all starts with a brilliant line out. Hits middle ball, secures it, gets the ball moving.
Thank you very much.
Here, listening to the referee on the use it call, you got King running round that just keeps the 13 and the 12 just slightly guessing. But look at that offload, no look.
Time off if you want it. Time off. Time off.
Well, Sylvia Brunt is the one who threw it, and I think it's her that stayed down since. Sylvia Brunt, who gave that ball to Liana Mikaeli-Tu'u. Just you can see, it's going to have to hold up the kick here. And looks to be in quite a bit of discomfort. But this is what she does. She terrorises tiring defences.
There's O'Brien that just slipped off the tackle.
What I'll do, boys, is just tell you when
Talk
to
about
put the time back on.
high-risk rugby, and New Zealand shouldn't be playing it, but it does come off for them. How good. Look at this. Just knows that she's got support on her shoulders. She just puts the ball in the air, trusts that she's going to be there. And then Paul getting off her wing, getting on those supporting lines off the shoulders.
Oh, right, I saw you come for me. That's right. If you carry on checking her up that end, then we can crack on with the kick then, all right?
Up.
We're good, yeah.
What gingerly, Sylvia Brunt. She has put her team, or helped put her team back in front. Going to play on by the look, as Renee Holmes now gets a chance to try and extend New Zealand's advantage. She's going to come under pressure, but up to the task. Really good goal kicking from Holmes for New Zealand all day.
When she does that,
to take the advantage out, 27 points to 22. Brunt's gone down again.
okay, mate.
They get some tape on an ankle.
2 seconds, time off. it's taking a little bit longer, so we've got no substitutions left. So we're just making double.
So now Ireland having to chase again. 5 points the difference. Duplessis brings it down. She's carried hard and often beats that first defender almost through again, the New Zealand centre. Kulunavale. New Zealand looking to try and control things, but Ireland have just been voracious in this area and in defence all match. They need hands on ball, do the Irish.
Oh, you're off feet. No, don't touch your 9.
King moves it away for Vahakolo, gets past one. He's playing a little further infield as Brunt was stationed out on the wing. There for Hannah King, taking it to the line. She looks to get the arms free too. There's Hannah King, but that's some rugged defence, eventually spun to ground by Maloney. Out they come again for Duplessis. We'll find a little bit of open territory here for Medirangi Paul if it sits up for the winger, but Murphy Crow's got it. Can't get away from Paul though. Gee, that was an important covering tackle that Medirangi Paul made on the chase, because Murphy Crow could have been gone. It's Grace Moore on in jersey 19 for Ireland again. O'Brien just going to look to turn New Zealand around a little bit. Still time. Possession for them important as well.
She was looking for the 50-22 there, wasn't she? Trying to get a team in a really good position.
You see that line there? That's that.
New Zealand go quickly with Veliko. They've almost caught their own backline off guard here as Connor and Veliko, but away comes Mikaeli Tu'u. It's gritty, athletic, but she's turned over possession. Who's coming up over the top of that? It's the red headgear again.
She's been phenomenal today. Right option for New Zealand, but everyone's got to be on the same page. Everyone's got to be thinking, let's play quickly, don't let them get set, let's not get a pressure on our throw. This is danger time now for New Zealand. Jenkins there just misses the clear.
Ireland, you're set up on these mauls, please. Don't close in behind.
Rafe is so strong over that ball. 2 players trying to clear her out. She's got such a good body position that there's no way you're going to move her.
Okay, right. We need these numbers in a bit quicker, and we need to know who's receiver and whatnot. Okay, you can match your numbers. There was confusion of those numbers, okay? So can you call how many you want in, please? You got 5, because we all heard 6, okay? 5, 5.
So the maths is done, and the line out is a little untidy, but it's there for Ireland and Wafer once more. Gets the ball away for King. She's got Mikaeli Tu'u rounding upon her. Around they come for O'Dowd. Ireland pushing, trying to get themselves a try that would level it up. A converted one would put them in front. Forward they go once more. Their turn to keep composed on attack, or Lane not going through there. Going back in a hurry. Under the attention of Layla Saet.
Okay, we're all done. Leave it, Black.
It's slow.
All off our feet now.
Hassled ball for Ireland, but it's still ball. It's still possession. That's what they need as King goes, takes some gritty metres forward. Wafer. Oh, New Zealand, Jenkins had a go and then had to get out of there. And away they come. O'Brien holds it up, throws a big ball to no one except Renee Holmes, who read it brilliantly coming forward. The New Zealand fullback. That is an important intervention, but another penalty for Ireland.
That's a tough one, isn't it? What a great read from Holmes. We've seen her do that before.
It's not correct.
Gets right into the passing channel, reads it.
I was happy with the release.
Ireland go to the corner, and O'Brien has put them about 10 metres short of the line.
O'Brien just sees that over the top, but here, yeah, there is a clear release there from Flood.
5.
It was an ambitious ball from O'Brien to try and find players on the outside. Into the final 2 minutes now, and Ireland go. They come away with it, and Nevo down, just caught short of the line. They caught New Zealand napping. Here comes Ireland. Wafer. Lane clears away. They bury their head. Hogan is just driven back in the tackle. New Zealand having to scramble. Ireland funnel it back. It's slow and it's deliberate. It's low and hard.
On the goal line, hands up.
Back they come again. Pick and go once more. It's tight. They are almost over. They are inches, millimetres away, and the try is given. It is Aaron King again, a second try off the bench, and a chance for conversion to put Ireland in front and perhaps pull off a famous, famous victory.
Just incredible scenes that we're seeing right now. Thoroughly deserve that. Just here, look there. Veliku just kept watching the front of the line out. What didn't have her peripheral vision on, and then cheeky ball to the front. We've seen that happen today. You've got to be alert and ready for all these options.
You're good, thanks.
And just the patience, the body height to get over. This is an important kick.
Dana O'Brien for the lead for Ireland. She has gone off and over. Ireland are in front. There's seconds to play. Ireland 29, New Zealand 27. Time for a restart. Clutch conversion. Kick's not going to go. 10. Huge mistake.
You got the option. Would you like the scrum? Kick again, not a scrum.
So Ireland have control.
Scrum? Yeah.
They can opt to take the scrum, get it in, get it out of here, and get a famous victory.
This is unbelievable. You can see home, she's got to try and go for the 10. They needed to get the ball back. Don't write them off just yet. We've seen what Black Ferns can do.
New Zealand scrum in the second half has been dominant, and they need the biggest one here.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Binds!
Yes, Lord!
Set! Steady! No, no!
Away it comes for Lane.
No, stop!
10 years ago, Ireland pulled off one of the great rugby upsets, and now a new generation of Irish stars have done the same. An historic result for this Irish team. They've worked and worked. What a performance. Ireland 29, New Zealand 27. A famous victory for Irish rugby.
Absolutely unbelievable scenes.